Hey you guys, guess what day it is? It is trash day. Y'all's favorite day for some reason. Today we're talking about my trash. Today we're talking about my trash. We're going through all my empties. I am not in the mind space to organize and sort through these things, so I'm just gonna start pulling things out. This took me forever to go through. I had 2 of these in rotation at one point, but this is just 100% natural, pure cold pressed deodorized argan oil. This is the preferred oil of mine. I use it on my hair and my nails, my clients' nails, cuticles, skin, face, feet, all of it. I love it. It's my favorite oil. I also gave a little bit to a coworker of mine whose son was having just very dry, chapped lips. And he was saying that Aquaphor and lip balms and all those things, he would just lick them off and they were making it worse as opposed to making it better. So I had her try some argan oil, and it was the thing that he was saying it wasn't stinging like a lot of the other things were. Every once in a while I go through one of these. This takes me a long time to get through as well. It's just Evian. It's a facial spray. I'm pretty sure it's water. Ingredients: water and nitrogen. I just like that it has, ooh, there's still some in there. I just like that it has the mister. So I will use this as a setting spray. I will spray it straight over my makeup, and I've never had an issue with it that way. I will use it to wet my hair, things like that too. It's just a little bit nicer than like a squirt bottle. It's like, you know what I mean? This is just a little bit more refreshing. This is just a little bit less of like a jarring experience. I started using these when I performed facials. I haven't done facials in a long time, but that was always much nicer for my clients to have a nice misty shower as opposed to a squirt bottle. I've got some hairsprays and such. Not Your Mother's dry shampoo. I have been a diehard Batiste girl for years, and for some reason I have really been gravitating toward the Not Your Mother's more so lately. I really liked this one, the berry vanilla fragrance. As far as Batiste dry shampoos, I really liked this one, the Batiste Naturally. My mother-in-law gave me this for Christmas and it smelled fantastic. Green tea and chamomile. I did like this one a lot too. Another Not Your Mother's unscented, which is, I mean, maybe it's not like artificially scented, but it has a scent. This is the hairspray that I've been using a lot lately. It is a medium hold. It's the Not Your Mother's volumizing hairspray. She's a tease. I like that it's inexpensive. I like that it does hold my hair, but it doesn't make me crunchy. That's really all I could ask a hairspray. So this is the one that I've been using as of lately. More hair stuff. I went through the Malibu Hard Water Wellness, the shampoo and the conditioner. I liked this. My husband was the one who said, that's the best stuff you've ever bought. Make sure you continue buying that hard water, because he said it made his hair feel really soft, which is totally understandable because we have the hardest of hard water. We have no water softener. So our water is very hard here in our house. So I regularly get Malibu treatments. My husband does not. And so this little combo right here was apparently really helping his hair feel very soft. Sunbum Face Mist. Refreshing Face Mist Sunscreen. Broad Spectrum SPF 45. I did really like this. And I liked it the more I used it. When I first started using it, I was too thrown off by the scent. If you don't like banana or coconut, don't buy anything from this brand. However, once I got past the scent, I really thoroughly enjoyed this setting spray. It made my makeup look beautiful. It's not necessarily like meant to be used as a setting spray, but I would use it over my makeup, and I loved the finish that it gave my makeup. If you are going to spray this directly in your face, make sure that you breathe in, hold your breath, because you don't really want to be like, breathing this in, and make sure you cover your eyes. I thought closing my eyes was enough. It's not. This got in my eyes if I didn't literally cover them. I would actually typically use one of these fans, one of those accordion fans, and I would cover, my eyes above, spray the bottom of my face, and then spray, on my forehead, and then use the fan to give it a nice little drying moment. But I really like this. I totally would repurchase it. I do believe that this was sent to me by the brand. I don't entirely remember. I know that Sunbum sent me a little package at one point, but I can't remember if this was part of it or if I bought this myself. But just for the sake of transparency, there's a chance that this was sent to me. But I would purchase it with my own money. Y'all, I was such a freaking Hems hater. I was such a Hems hater. Not a hater. I just didn't before I actually tried it, I didn't understand why a body lotion could have so much hype. I get it now. I get it now. I use this on my clients. I use it on my husband. I use it on myself. I use it everywhere, neck down. I use it for pedicures. You can find this a lot of times at TJ Maxx. That's where I find a lot of my scents. But that, I think, is what sells this for me. One of the aspects is all the scents. They have all these different lovely, gorgeous scents. If you don't like fragrances, they have a fragrance-free option as well. The thing I like most about this is that it feels nice and juicy and moisturizing, but it does not pill or feel greasy. It really sinks into the skin, so you feel soft and moisturized, but you don't feel slippy. Blushing grapefruit and raspberry cream, that was one of my favorite ones. Pink pomelo and Himalayan sea salt, this one was my husband's fave. So if you also are like, I don't get it, what could be so good about a body lotion, just try it. And if you don't want to spend $25 or whatever it is, look at TJ Maxx. When you are at TJ Maxx, look for one of these and make sure it's these like herbal body moisturizers. I bought some in like, it came in a circle shaped bottle. I didn't like that one. I didn't like that. I don't know if the formula sure felt different. And I didn't love the scent. It was like blueberry chamomile or something like that, and it wasn't my favorite. I didn't like the shape of the bottle. As a nail tech, my gloves were often slippy because I had just put cuticle oil on, and that freaking bottle was a circle, and so it would slip straight out of my hands every single time. Don't love that. Do love these. Kevin Murphy Repair Me Wash. This is like a strengthening shampoo. I like this. I like all Kevin Murphy products. I've never tried one that I don't like. However, this one is not for me. I don't need a strengthening, reconstructing shampoo. I don't color my hair or anything like that. My hair is actually pretty decently healthy. So we use the Hydrate Me. I have a couple liters of the Hydrate Me wash and rinse. But again, I love Kevin Murphy. I purchase them all the time. I don't know why I put acetone in here. I'm a nail tech. I use acetone sometimes. Mostly if I'm doing a soak off like I do every once in a while, I will do a soak off. I do use my e-file a lot to remove, but if I'm feeling a soak off, I will use acetone to remove that or regular polish off of people's toes. Super fascinating. I also buy this at TJ Maxx. I have been loving La Roche-Posay lately. This is the Gentle Foaming Moisturizing Wash. Loved it. Absolutely no complaints. It's a decent sized bottle for $15, $17 maybe. Shea butter, niacinamide, fragrance free. Yes, yes, yes. And then this is the Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream. Shea butter, niacinamide, ceramides, fragrance free. Again, I absolutely loved this. I had no complaints. I do prefer this on the face because you can use it on your face and body. Extra dry skin. This was a little bit greasy and a little bit slippy on the body, so I do prefer this for the face. I use my hands for the body. More hairsprays. Oh my god. Beach Babe Dry Shampoo Toasted Coconut by Not Your Mother's. I don't remember this toasted coconut one. I want another toasted coconut one. I love toasted coconut. Batiste Pink Pineapple Batiste Bear. Again, these are good. I would totally, if the Not Your Mother's one was not around, I would totally buy the Batiste one. I don't know why lately I've just been feeling the Not Your Mother's more so. I think the Not Your Mother's white cast is a little bit easier to work with. The Batiste white cast is a little bit harder to work with because once you spray it and it's all white, you have to let it sit. You have to let the dry shampoo do its job and soak up all that oil. So if you apply it, it's white, and you start zhuzhing right away, it's not going to have a chance to do its job. But I've noticed that if I spray the Batiste and I leave the white cast on there a little too long, it can be kind of hard to zhuzh away. Whereas I don't have that issue with the Not Your Mother's. I'm able to leave it white for a little while so that it has a second to eat up all those oils. And then when I start to zhuzh, it goes away. More cleansers. So fun. This is the one that I had been repurchasing. If you've seen my empties, you've seen this. It's the Ultra Gentle Daily Cleanser by Neutrogena. Again, I totally would repurchase this. I've just really been loving La Roche-Posay lately, but this is a really good, inexpensive option if you're looking for a good cleanser. This body wash smells so good. Salt Air Santal Bloom Skin Rejuvenating Serum Body Wash. This smells so good. I always struggle with body wash because I do feel like I probably use too much. And so I feel like I go through it really fast. And so I struggle spending a lot of money. I buy like cheap body washes because I go through them so fast that I don't want to be spending a bunch of money on something I'm going to go through that fast. So while I love this and I will buy anything from this brand that is this scent, I haven't even tried any of the other scents, but this one's really, really good. So I totally would buy this again, but I'm not like running to it. Oh my god, another freaking dry shampoo. This isn't empty. I think I'm just, oh yes it is. The Kristen S Fragrance Free Dry Shampoo Powder. I purchased this primarily for the packaging, and that is the reason I despised this. I liked that it wasn't an aerosol. There is like junk all over the packaging, so I don't really, but it's not an aerosol can. Basically, that's what you need to know. It's got the little pump and it like spits out the product, and I don't love that. I liked the fact that it wasn't an aerosol can, but the aerosol really does help distribute the product. This was like pooping little spots of product all over my hair, and it just didn't do a good enough job for it to like be worth it. This is my new go-to foundation, the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I have the shade Y215. This stuff is not cheap. I wish I didn't spend this kind of money on foundation, but this is like the one product that I use that makes the biggest difference in my makeup routine, I would say. What I wear on a daily basis to work and what I'm wearing right now is this sunscreen that I'll talk about in a second, this primer that I will also talk about in a second, this foundation, blush, highlight, and like a lip balm. That's what I wear on a daily basis to work. Do I love that this is like $40 a bottle? Absolutely not. But a little goes a long way, and it does pack the biggest punch in my makeup routine. I have never really noticed this being too terribly matte because the sunscreen that I use to prep is very glowy, and I will usually use something like this to kind of glow it up a little bit. What I really love about this foundation is the coverage. It's got a killer shade range. It wears really nicely on the skin. By the end of the day, I don't look super greasy, but I also don't look super cakey and cracky that other full coverage matte foundations can definitely give you. So this is my favorite foundation. I have repurchased it many times over. The e.l.f. Sun Touchable Whoa Glow SPF 30 Sun Protection and Makeup Primer. I love this. My makeup lays on top of this really, really nicely, and it gives you a very nice glow. I wore this alone the other day. Cameron and I went golfing. Cameron went golfing. I went riding in the golf cart. And this is all I had on was this sunscreen. It's beautifully glowy. I have the shade Sunbeam. I don't know if there's more than one shade these days, but anytime I've purchased it, there's just been the one shade. But I love it. It gives you a nice healthy glow, skin protection. It's a chemical sunscreen. Whatever sunscreen you want to wear, wear it. The best sunscreen is the one that you will wear. I can't remember who I stole that from. I think I stole it from Dr. Samantha Ellis or maybe Jillian Gottlieb. I can't remember who I stole that from, but I stole that. I don't know who came up with it. This is another step of my makeup routine that I kind of forwent. Is that the right word? I kind of go back and forth with whether or not I use this on like a regular basis, but I do really like it. It's a great primer. If you have issues with your makeup lasting, a primer like this one is really, really good. It's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This particular one is the 4% niacinamide. This is the pink one, but I really, really like this. I find that my makeup creases a lot less. It still creases, it's still makeup, but it creases a lot less around my smile lines and around my nostrils when I am wearing this primer. So it's a good one. And it's cheap, it's e.l.f. I went through one of these bad boys. This is the Grande Lash MD Lash Enhancing Serum. Use these at your own risk. There's always risk involved when you're using any skincare, hair care, makeup product. There's always risk involved. So do your own research, ask your dermatologist. However, I recommend the crap out of this. I will show you my original before and after here. When I was using it very consistently for 3 months, this is the result that I had. So I recommend it. Full disclosure, in these photos, I had like a decently, maybe like 2 or 3 day old lash lift in both of these photos, so they're like, you know, even. But I repurchased this whenever I run out. I love it. I have finally decided to part with my Senegence, I can't read it, it's the Lip Sense Glossy Gloss. I find that I go through a lot of different phases with a lot of different makeup products. I will be in love with something and then not use it for months, and then the next time I pick it up, I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I ever leave you? This is great. But this is definitely one of my favorite lip glosses. It's definitely my favorite clear lip gloss. It just feels so moisturizing. It's like a nice protective layer. It doesn't feel like it's coming off and into my mouth. It doesn't feel like it just fades away into nothing. It takes a long time for me to feel like I need to reapply it when I'm wearing it alone. This is a good lip gloss. I know people feel certain ways about MLMs, and I haven't purchased it myself in a long time, but I totally would repurchase it. It's a great clear gloss. I don't know what to tell you. Speaking of lip stuff, finally went through one of these freaking Aquaphor things. This is the best lip balm. It just is. It's not irritating like Carmex. It's not smelly weird like Vaseline. I love Vaseline. I don't love Carmex, but I like that it's solid. It's in a stick. I love Aquaphor. You can use Aquaphor for anything. I have maybe about 600 of these dispersed throughout my nail table and my car and my purse and up here where I film and do therapy and stuff like that. My nightstand, like these are literally sprinkled all throughout my house, which is why they're almost never in my empties videos because it does take me a long time to go through it, but I did go through this one. Let's talk about some nail stuff. This is the best gel top coat that there is. This is a universal one-size-fits-all top coat. I have not tried this top coat with any brand that it didn't jive with. You want to do your best to like stick within brands because you know that those products are tested to work with each other. So I'm not recommending that necessarily, but I find that this one is pretty stinking universal as far as most brands go, as far as most clients go. I use this as a gel top coat on my artificial clients, on my gel mani clients, gel pedi clients. I'm always using this top coat. It is so ultra glossy, which is why it's called the Kokoist Ultra Glossy Top Coat. But the kicker is that it's glossy. You apply it, it's super glossy. The kicker is that when my clients come back 2 or 3 weeks later, it's still glossy. I've never noticed this to really dull. I'm so glad that I even tried this in the first place because no top coat had ever blown me away. It was just like, whatever, it's a top coat. Like just slap it on there and it's good to go. This is the first top coat that's blown me away. So I have purchased many of these. They finally restocked the refill bottle, so I'm sure that will be my next purchase so that I can continue filling the bottles that I have at work. The one thing, and it's an itty bitty thing, I don't love the consistency of it. I do think it's just a titch thick. That's not my favorite. So what I do is typically I have like a little mug warmer that you get from Amazon for like 15 bucks, and I'll pop this bottle on my mug warmer on like the lowest heat setting, and it sort of thins out the viscosity just a little bit. If you leave it on there too long, it will get insanely runny and you know, mess with your formula, I'm sure. But that is the one step that I take that just puts it over the edge. I will use it if I forgot to turn my mug warmer on or whatever, it doesn't matter. I will still use it. I just think it's like a little thing when it comes straight out of the bottle, but it's the best top coat there is. It's still worth it. Love it. 10 out of 10. There's so many freaking ladybugs in this room right now. I went through a couple of C&D base coats. I struggle so much with C&D. I find that C&D removes, as a gel manicure, it removes so nicely with acetone. However, it's getting harder and harder to find. I think it was Cosmoprof that doesn't sell it anymore. The Salon Centric, maybe I'm getting those two mixed up, don't usually have a very good shade range. You can find it, typically if I'm searching for C&D, if I need to search out a color or whatever from C&D, I usually go for Beyond Polish. And I have a coworker that's really nice. If she ever needs to order from Beyond Polish, she's letting me know, because that's the thing that I don't love about ordering from Beyond Polish is that I don't need enough C&D to make the shipping prices worth it. So I would have to wait to order from Beyond Polish until I need enough things to get me free shipping, or I have to pay like 15 bucks for a couple of bottles. And that's just not entirely worth it to me. I have a lot of C&D colors, but I do find that C&D is one that works great with Kokoist, the ultra glossy top coat, and I will use the Mega Stick base as a base coat. I find that works just as well. I'm not paying $15 in shipping for a bottle or two of C&D base and top coat when my Kokoist works just as well. So I struggle with C&D because the bottles are pretty small and they're pretty expensive. And these days there's just so many more brands to choose from that have great shade ranges. C&D was like the OG in the States, so I don't want to disparage it. It's just that it's not my go-to brand. This is my number one go-to matte top coat. I have like the bigger size now, but it's by Petals, Amazon brand, this matte top coat. Oh my gosh. Hey, we can be friends if you stay on the ceiling, okay? The Petals matte top coat is the best one that I've ever tried. I do like the Opry one too, but this one's cheaper, more bang for your buck, easy to get on Amazon. 10 out of 10. This matte top coat is bomb. I was kind of bummed to go through this. I really don't think I'm gonna repurchase it, only because I don't really use liquid or chemical cuticle dissolvers or removers anymore. I almost exclusively dry prep using my e-file, and I still have a big old bottle of my chemical cuticle remover from nail school that's bigger than this bottle. I did prefer this one. The one I'm going through right now is Tammy Taylor. I use it sometimes on regular polish pedicures, but I really prefer prepping with my e-file. Anyway, if you are looking for a chemical cuticle remover, this is the one I recommend. It is the Elle cuticle softener. This is the citrus. My favorite thing about it is that it goes on, it's kind of like a little yellowy, but it's clear enough, it's transparent enough that you can see through it. That's the one I don't like about Tammy Taylor, is that one is like lotiony, thick and white, and I can't see through it. So I don't know if I'm getting all the cuticle up with that Tammy Taylor peach one, but this ENL one I really, really love. I'm not going to be repurchasing it anytime soon. I still need to go through my stupid Tammy Taylor one that's like massive. Oh my gosh, we did it. That's everything. That is all of my empties. My desk is covered in garbage. That's everything for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos of mine, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. So I do feel the need to wash it more frequently, so whatever. So for today's video, already messed up. Okay, redo. Dry pep, what? Dry, every once in a while, made my makeup look. I don't know why that sentence sounded weird. Mother F. Oh God, this is gross too. What is that?
I'm so cold. Yeah, man.